just trying out some new software called Be Live TV that allows me to stream onto YouTube. I've been using this for Facebook for a long time. And today I'm actually going to talk about weight loss using keto, using a few other things that I've found over the years. So for those of you that don't know me or you're new to my channel, my name is Dan Quibel, and the bacon experiment is something I did back in 2015 in October, where I ate nothing but bacon for 30 days straight. So during that time, I literally did not eat anything besides bacon, 2 pounds a day for 30 days. And during that time, I lost 20 pounds. So, that's a lot of bacon. It's a long time to go. I also did this by only drinking water and keeping the calories light in my drinks. But today I'm going to give you guys, some takeaways that you can actually use yourself to, be successful, to lose weight, to kind of hit some of your goals. And these are things you can actually try anytime. So anything I'm telling you here, I can actually prove it, or you could prove it by just trying it for 7 days, 10 days. I've ran a lot of free challenges on Facebook using these exact techniques that I'm going to talk about. And I've been able to help thousands of people lose tens of thousands of pounds doing so, both as a free client or doing these free challenges, and also in my paid weight loss group as well, called Keto Camp, that I've been running for 3 years. People have been very successful with that. Me, myself, I've lost 90 pounds. I've been able to maintain my goal weight now for 3 years. And that's the first time in my entire life that I've been able to do that. I've struggled with being overweight and being obese for, I would say 30 years. And it wasn't really until I found going low carb and going keto that I've been able to be very successful with weight loss and also help other people. Thousands of other people lose weight, and some of them some pretty significant amounts, like over 100 pounds. I have clients that have lost 130, 140 pounds. So to start giving you guys an idea of what that looks like, in my opinion, or how to do this very effectively, you want to stick to whole foods and very low carbohydrate foods. So reducing your carbs very low will put you into a state of nutritional ketosis. And what this does is it actually brings down your hunger, gives you control over your eating. You break out of that addiction cycle that a lot of us get into, eating carbs, where you have your carbs, insulin goes up. I should say your blood glucose goes up and insulin goes up as well, chases your blood glucose back down, and often with a crash. And when it actually comes back down, it goes below normal. So it starts off here. You eat some carbs, increases your glucose, insulin goes up as well. There's a big insulin response, chases your glucose back down, but it doesn't stop here. It goes lower than normal. And when you hit that low point, you suddenly become very hungry. Your body looks at it as a state of emergency. I need to eat now. I need to bring my blood sugar back up and feel good. So that's one reason why cutting carbs out, it keeps you even all day. You don't have that urgency to eat every 2 or 3 hours. On keto, when you get your carbs very low and get into ketosis, it puts the control back into your hands. You're more even all day. You have more mental clarity. Your energy is more stable. So that's one part of it. The other part is you're in this addiction cycle where you're having carbs, and especially carbs and fat together. Fat and carbs together, in my opinion, are what cause obesity, period, because they're both different forms of energy, and you can't really burn both at the same time very much. You end up burning primarily glucose. You are always going to burn a little bit of both, but you're going to be burning primarily glucose or sugar, or primarily fat. And when you have these two things together, it really has a strong dopamine effect. They become very addictive. You want more and more of them. The carbohydrates that you're eating end up being used for fuel and increase your insulin. The fat that you're eating gets stored very, very easily when you're having fat and carbs together, because you're in a high insulin state. You're all ready to store that fat in your adipose tissue. And you get that, like I said, that dopamine response. Your brain chemistry lights up when you have this. Now, here's a way for me to explain that to you where you'll get it and understand, or you'll agree with me probably. Think about ice cream. Think about pizza, right? These are all things with fat and carbs together. These are our favorite foods. These are our comfort foods. These are the foods we keep going back to, or that we might cheat with. Chips, right? Another example. That's carbs and fat. It's pure starch, which is glucose. It gets broke down into glucose. It's just several chains of glucose together. And then when you deep fry the potatoes in some fat, you're having fat and carbs together, right? Same effect on our brain. Really lights our brain up, very addictive. We keep coming back to those foods and we keep overeating those foods. Um, and how do you avoid this? So the best way to do it is to stick with whole foods. And if I had only 30 seconds and somebody said, Dan, I'm willing to do anything you tell me to do. I'm 400 pounds right now. I'm type 2 diabetic. I need to change my life. I need to lose weight. I need to get my blood sugar under control. What can I do? I would say eat the following foods. Write this down: meats, eggs, seafood, and optionally, and I say optionally these days because I'm more doing carnivore these days, green leafy vegetables or non-starchy vegetables. So things like asparagus, lettuce, arugula, spinach, these kind of foods you could add in, and they're going to be high in fiber, but they're not really needed. That's what I've been kind of seeing over the last few years. Doing the bacon experiment was my first experience with carnivore. That was, like I said, back in 2015, and I had really good success with that. I felt amazing. And I think part of that is the addiction component, where I'm addicted to carbohydrates. And for me to break out of that cycle, I really do need to eliminate or have abstinence and have no carbohydrates at all. I'm going to pull this banner down off the screen here. So that's what's worked for me. And I'm actually going to put up something else as well. So here's what I do for a living, guys. I help people both one-on-one with personal one-on-one coaching sessions. So I do one-on-one keto coaching for weight loss. And I also have a keto camp weight loss program. And now it's become more of a lifestyle program. I've been charging $99 for that for the last couple years or so. And I've had about 1,000 people through. A lot of them have been very successful. A lot of people have gotten all the way to their goal weight, and then they've been able to maintain it. So these are people that are already keto. These are mostly people that are already low carb. And a lot of older women where they have a lot of hormonal issues and thyroid issues and things like that happen. The people that are slow losers, those are the people that are my clients. So I've had to work with people that have a very difficult time losing weight, and I've been able to help them be very successful. And I've had some clients that have lost 120, 130, 140 pounds. Which is just mind-blowing. I've lost 90 and I feel like a totally different person. I feel much better. All my blood markers have improved. All my blood pressure has improved. My uric acid, cured my gout. And I've also reversed my acid reflux or cured my acid reflux, meaning that I used to take medications for those things and I haven't needed to for years now. Since I first started keto 6 years ago, I was able to immediately get off my medications before I even started losing much weight. And in the beginning, what I did was I overdid it with the fat. I overdid it with the keto desserts, a lot of the keto comfort foods, because we're replacing one bad food for basically another bad food. Just because it's low carb or keto doesn't really mean that it's going to be really good for weight loss. Things like fat bombs and bulletproof coffees, keto desserts, packaged keto foods. If it says keto on the label, as a rule, I tend to avoid it because there's so many different companies now just jumping on the bandwagon where they want to sell you products. And I've found that that's not needed. We don't need exogenous ketones. We don't need MCT. oil, really. We don't need to add a lot of extra coconut oil and butter into our coffee or into our foods. And in fact, that those actually prevent you from tapping into your own body fat for fuel. So you won't really reach your own body fat. You'll have a hard time being successful with weight loss. So yeah, you'll have a hard time. I just had a message pop up. So you'll have a hard time, really getting all the way to your goal weight. When people first start keto, pretty much everybody's able to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds. And a lot of that is water weight in the very beginning. And after that, you really do need to dial things in. If you're thinking that calories don't matter on keto, that you can get away with whatever you want, eat as much as you want, I can personally attest that that's not true. I've been able to gain weight. I've gained 10, 15 pounds just overeating keto, eating too frequently, eating too much. And so in my 30-day keto camp program, or my new keto camp lifestyle program, I've now reduced the price down to $27 a month. And what we do in there is I've actually put together, with my wife's help, she's been a huge part of this, 140 different meal options where you eat 2 meals a day. So we're doing intermittent fasting. We're sticking to all whole foods. So it's what I said in the beginning: meats, eggs, seafood, green leafy vegetables, some herbs and spices. There's certain condiments, there's certain sweeteners that we also have included. So you're doing 2 meals a day. We also have a carnivore menu for people that want to eliminate the vegetables completely. Very, very effective protocol. We also use something called a protein sparing modified fast. And that's kind of to help people that are getting close to their goal weight. So if somebody, say, is about 140 pounds, and they want to get to 120 or 130, and they're having a really hard time. They've been very successful with keto. They've lost maybe 70 pounds or something, or I'm just throwing a number out there. But they've had some success, and then they get stuck. So for those people, they might want to do something a little more aggressive, I would call it. So it's not something that would be a lifestyle, not something that you would do long term. But to really tap into the body fat and get rid of that last little bit to get right to their goal weight, they would use the protein sparing modified fast. Very low carb still, so you're still in ketosis. You're just focusing more on protein, and you're reducing your fat calories down very low. And then this forces your body to burn body fat like crazy. Very effective. And carnivore as well. Carnivore is really, really simple. I added that in this year. People have done amazing on it. To have a really aggressive protocol, you could just eat meat, and you could eat once a day. So 1 meal a day. And as long as you're getting enough protein, and as long as you're getting enough fat, and I would say 50, 60 grams of fat would be a minimum, to be able to do this longer term, or to have it more sustainable. And people can do fantastic with 1 meal a day. You eat about 1.5 pounds of meat a day. And that's essentially what we do in my 30-day keto camp program with the carnivore menu. I'm giving exact portions, how much meat to eat. I'm giving a list of a lot of different lean meats and the portion sizes for those. And then a lot of different fatty meats, things like bacon, eggs, ribeye. Those kind of things are about a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio. And then I have other foods that you could put in the mix that might be a little leaner. So if you wanted to have chicken breast, you still can. If you want to have turkey, filet mignon, or pork tenderloin, those kind of things, they're all very lean. Same with fish, same with shrimp. All those are included. So anyways, guys, if you guys want to check it out, there, I don't know if you can see the things scrolling down there. It's www.30dayketocamp.com. I just lowered the price from $99 to $27. It's now a monthly membership. And the reason I did that is to make it very affordable, that everybody can do this. And for people that are serious and they want to make this a lifestyle, that's how you make the big transformation, right? That's how I lost 90 pounds. That's how a lot of my clients have lost 130, 140 pounds, these large amounts, is by being consistent and by making this a lifestyle. Just doing it as a short-term diet just doesn't work. No diet will ever work, because you're just kind of looking to hit a number, and then you want to go back to eating normal, or the way you were before. And here's what it looks like. I actually have a couple of food examples for you guys. I just noticed I had them loaded up here. So that's the kind of stuff. This is one of my clients, Mike Pope, Keto Pope, on Instagram. Awesome photographer. He takes amazing photos and video and everything. And this is bacon wrapped scallops that you're looking at right beside me here. These are really, really good. We also have things like, now these aren't cooked. The next two things I'm going to show you aren't cooked. They're just about to go in the oven. But kind of gives you an idea. These, and I actually have videos showing how to make these things. These are bacon wrapped stuffed burgers. So you can put different things on it. You can bacon wrap them. You can stuff them with peppers, green peppers, red peppers, hot peppers, banana peppers. These are amazing. You can put mushrooms in there, maybe a little bit of bacon bits or sausage. So many different ways to do them. And that's an actual item on our Keto Camp program. Same with the bacon wrapped scallops. So the food is amazing on this. And they're not all really just keto food. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about there, pull this one down. Everybody likes things like this. So these are bacon wrapped sausage stuffed jalapeno poppers. This is another thing that's on the program. So foods like that, you could actually stay keto if you, like, we're coming up on the holidays as a recording of this video. So people are going to be starting to go to office parties and go see relatives and visit people. You can take something like this with you and stay keto, right? Everybody else is having cake and ice cream. And or for their meal, they're having potatoes with their turkey, that kind of thing. You could have turkey, and then as your side, you're not going to have potatoes, you're not going to have gravy and potatoes. For example, you're going to have something like this, right? The jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. So they're still amazing. They taste really good. They travel well. You're not going to get treated any differently. It's not you're not bringing rabbit food to the party. You're bringing bacon. So everybody's happy, and it's win-win. You're still in ketosis. You're still on track. You're still doing well. So there's 140 different options like this. This is just 3 little examples. So anyways, guys, if you want to work with me directly, go to www.30dayketocamp.com. And I hope you found this video helpful. I hope I've shared a few tips that you can actually put to use. If you just eat 2 meals a day of mostly meat, eggs, and seafood, try that for 7 days. Try that for 10 days. And I bet you'll see a good jump down on the scale. And then you could always come back to this video and join us. The program is now going to be running all the time. So 365 days a year, every single week. We do daily accountability. You can find accountability buddies inside the group. I do live Q&As where I answer everybody's question twice a week, just like this video here. And people ask their questions in advance. And I don't stop recording or stop broadcasting a live stream until I've answered every single question from every person inside the group. So I've always been very supportive. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to do a test, keep this under 20 minutes. Try these things out, and I bet you guys will be a lot more successful. And just knowing that to get into ketosis, that gives you control over your hunger, that's all about carb restriction, restricting those carbs. It's not about how much fat. There's no ratio. And you see about ketogenic percentages. That's for therapeutic ketosis. For weight loss, it's totally different. And to get into ketosis, it's all about restricting your carbohydrates down below your personal threshold. And if you want to tap into your own body fat, it's all about being in a calorie deficit. If you overeat fat and you overeat, you're drinking bulletproof coffees and fat bombs, you'll never tap into your own body fat. Beyond the initial water weight loss that people have, you'll have a really hard time getting all the way to your goal weight. You might get halfway there even, but then it's going to be very difficult keeping the keto junk foods in, I'm going to call them. So anyways, guys, again, hope you like this video. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you want to see more. And I'll keep making content. I'll keep trying to do these live streams. This is brand new, being able to broadcast from my BeLive TV software that I'm using right now. So I cannot see comments. I haven't seen a single comment. It is in beta, but I'm looking forward to doing more of these and trying it. So hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. And if you hit the little bell, you'll actually be able to turn on notifications. And then you'll see every time I come live like this or when I post a video. You won't miss out on future ones. Bye, guys.